Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to my 2472nd installment of these educational videos, which you can find and find me, of course, at livewithoscar.com. Traders, for trading on Thursday, September 29, 2022, a green Omni has emerged. Now, remember, trading is extremely risky. In fact, the Omni went from bearish every day last week to finally neutral last night and has now flipped to bullish for trading today. But what I'm saying about risky is, even though the Omni was neutral, I did have one indice set up for the downside, which I took that short trade, and we got stopped out today. Ouch! In the Russell 2000, this very chart stopped us out. Now, we'll talk about that. This very chart that stopped us out, thank God we put our stops in because it went even higher, proves that you cannot trade these markets without stops. They knock you out of a bad trade, especially when you don't know what to do and you start losing your emotions. So put your stops in first. Now let's move forward. For the 29th, which is Thursday, we've got a green Omni, and that makes me say, well, with all this double bottom stuff going on and breaking the lows, and the leader transportation average has broken the lows and it should make the Russell do it. Okay, that is true, but the transportation average generally leads out ahead of the pack and the other markets catch up. So let's leave the leader out of the picture for now and let's look at what's in front of us. We've got a Russell 2000 chart with several techniques. I've been using this chart for so many weeks. There's a few cool techniques building, and I thought I'd show them to you. So, on this chart, the average started working, right? Wall Street started noticing this average was working, and boom, they started going with number one, the average. And that worked for a long time, and then when it got under it, it worked really well. Then we went into number two, a bear flag. The bear flag created bearishness, which created number three. The support line broke. This support line, this line shows you that there's support that breaks. And then we drop to number four, the double bottom. And the double bottom meaning there is a low over here, and then no other low comes close until you get back to here and you get the same low. That we call a double bottom. And usually double bottoms, people either buy them and they go back up, or they go through and take out all the stops and continue down. They're not nearly as accountable as double tops, but they are a thing called the double bottom. So number four is the double bottom's lows were tested, right? From here, finally comes down and tests it, and what happens next? Number five, we get what's called an outside reversal bar. What makes this an outside reversal? I'll show you. See the day before's bar? Well, on this day, Wednesday, the day I'm filming this video for trading tomorrow on Thursday, it went up. In fact, let's use this. It went up higher than the day before's high, was also lower than the day before's low at some point, and then it closed higher than the day before's high, making it an outside bar. What makes it a reversal? Well, the trend has been down, right? Down, 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 and that closed on the upside of the bar, above yesterday's bar. That, my friends, makes it a reversal. So now we've got an outside reversal and a test of the double bottom, and the Omni went green. Time for me to go shopping and see what I'm supposed to do next, and that is what I did. Number 20. 5 technical reasons to expect a buyer's market on Thursday. Now, granted, we've been dropping, and we've got this thread of this double bottom here, bottom one, bottom two. We've been dropping rapidly, but nothing goes straight down like this. Nothing goes straight down. So we've been dropping, and something happened right here. We went under that bottom in the E-mini S&P and the Dow and took out some stops. That happened last night, Wednesday night, or Tuesday night into Wednesday. Then Wednesday proceeded to go all the way back up, and now you've got to look at this as something completely different. And I said, what's going on here? Let me explain it to you. One, the Omni's green, has flipped to green for trading E-mini S&P NASDAQ Russell. Two, the double bottom was tested. This double bottom, bottom 1, bottom 2, and so far held. Number 3, let's remove this now. Let's get this out of the way. And let's take a look at what's inside this rectangle. I am saying that this is a Gann four-legged bottom. It's questionable, of course, but I think that's what just happened here. I'm taking out an old, dusty technique. It's even rusty, if you will. I'm dusting it off, and here it is, the Gann four-legged bottom. Many times, if the market is going to bottom after it comes down, so market comes down. When it wants to bottom for a little while, it puts in 4 bars. Boom, market comes down. If it wants to bottom, it does something called the Gann four-leg bottom. And an outside reversal. So, we've got a green Omni. Double bottom's been tested, and so far it held. No guarantees there. Possible Gann double bottom. Or I should say, excuse me, possible Gann four-legged bottom. What else? We've got the outside reversal day. Same thing I showed you on the Russell chart. And it's back above this channel. Look, we've got 5 reasons to think technically this market goes higher. It's back out of this bear channel, bearish, bearish, bearish. So that's number 5. It's back above the channel. That's good. Number 4 is the outside reversal, right? We've seen that right here. Number 3 is, I think we've got, again, four-legged bottom right there. Number 2, we tested this double bottom, and it held so far, no guarantees. And then number 1 is the Omni's gone green. So guess what? We're buying dips in E-mini S&P, Russell, NASDAQ, whichever reaches an Omni reaction level. Those are my 5 technical reasons to expect the buyer's market on Thursday. I hope you understand what's going on here. We will be buying a dip. The market would have to dip, 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 dip down, and then we'll find the spot to get long, and whew, back up we'll go. So that's what we're looking to do. And then there is this. To prove just how well technical analysis can serve us if read properly and we don't go short on a neutral Omni day. Sorry about that, kids. I did that today, my bad. Is this. Check this out. I was able to tell us all about crude oil having a drop after we made a projection when the crude was much, much higher in price. We made a projection that we would see 2 targets, 83 and then 77. Well, crude, luckily, did everything that we hoped it would do. I just want to get a little tool here so I can follow what I'm doing. All right. Crude did what we expected and came down to 83, rallied up, and boom, went right to 77. Hit both targets that we were able to call using technical analysis a month ago, if not 2 months ago, whatever date this is. Somewhere around 7.6, 8.6. I can't say I remember. I remember the price being up here somewhere, so I just drew the circle. But it was somewhere while we were trading up here, we came up with the projection. Now, here's what's interesting. I mentioned that if we get under 77, the ES would become a little buoyant. We hit 77 this morning, a little bit under. This morning, Wednesday morning, and you saw what the S&P did, right? We hit 77 this morning, and you had this happen. You think I was kidding? I know my stuff. I know how these markets work. Now, a little interesting. Let's go back to crude. That was 7, if I believe. Let's go back to crude. Now, we do have crude that rallied back up. But if you see what happened with the S&P, down, down, down we came, and the S&P put in a rally day. Now, crude is rallying back up, so I don't know what happens in a few days from now. But tomorrow, even with the help from crude, you expect the S&P to go higher because crude's gone down for a while. Crude may be going up, but that is a lagged effect. So now that we've hit 77, it would make perfect sense, to be honest, if this chart put in some kind of a rally. NASDAQ, S&P, Russell. That makes perfect sense to me because just a few days ago, we had this take place. Price of crude hits my targeted area. So now that we're there and there's still room to go, it can gyrate around, but this should start to happen, and I find that exciting. Traders, will do more. Come to my site, livewithoscar.com. But two things. One, I should have mentioned right off the bat. Residents of Florida, surrounding states of Florida, neighboring states, Dano, your precious family, Dan, please make sure everyone's safe. I wish all of you well. I wish you were not having this hurricane. And I can give you the best advice anyone could ever give you to prepare for a hurricane. Move to Las Vegas. We have nothing but good weather here. No hurricanes ever. Barring that, please stay safe. Godspeed to all of you. And I would like to say to everybody else, wait. Let me, before I say stops are in. I've been working on a streaming media platform. You might have seen some test work go out today on Twitter and Instagram, and it may have gone out on YouTube. I'm testing for the next 2 days, and then I will start presenting my live streaming. I can't wait to do that. Traders, thank you for tuning in. Come join me at livewithoscar.com in my live free trading room. No credit cards are required, no nonsense. Just fill out a username, password, come join me. And remember, keep your emotions out of this game. How do we do it? We say this. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Traders, thank you for tuning in. I hope that helps. Make sure you always use your charts and put your stops in first.